Hello everyone, my name is Pri the Honeydark. I am a photographer, music artist, music producer, interior decorator, carpenter, and most importantly, mom. I am also the owner of Playhouse Pin-Up Photography, located in Long Island City, Queens, New York, where I provide glamorous transformations for everyday women. Today for this video, I am presenting my first video installment of what I like to call 10-minute prop tips. This video series will include creative DIY how-tos on inexpensive photography backdrops, sets, and props for other photographers, as well as home decor ideas for anyone on a budget. In today's 10-minute prop tip, I will teach you how to make this fake vintage road sign prop for your photography studio, which can also be used as a cute kids' room decoration for your home, without having to cut any wood and for less than $30. You will also see this prop in action at the studio towards the end of this video, so please stay tuned. Now, when I say not having to cut any wood, it doesn't mean no wood will be cut, just not by you. You can easily ask someone at your local home store like Home Depot or Lowe's to cut your pieces down to your desired measurement. As stated earlier, I am also a carpenter. Therefore, I was able to cut all of my wood, but you definitely don't have to. You will need one 2x2 pine board cut to about 6 feet to 7 feet tall, two 2x4 boards at about 20 to 21 inches in length. One of the boards you will have cut in half to about 10 inches apiece, so you will have one longer board at 20 inches and two smaller boards at 10 inches each. You will need 2 feet by 6 inch pieces of 1/4 inch ply for the sign arrows, or you can easily cut some foam core in the same shape if you don't want to cut wood. You also need 2 packs of 2-inch metal corner brackets, which come 4 in a pack, and a tape measure as well. You will need some 1.25-inch flathead Phillips style blackwood screws, some sort of fake greenery, which in my case were some leaves I cut off from some cheap $2-4 fake flowers I bought at a 99-cent store. For tools, you will need a drill, a hot glue gun with a good amount of glue sticks, a Sharpie, as well as a pair of scissors. Now, the first thing you want to do is measure the center of the longest 20-inch 2x4 and mark the dead center with a Sharpie. That will be the area where you will be placing your 2x2 later. Next, you will take your 2x2, and on the bottom of your board, you will once again measure to the center. Then with your Sharpie, draw a small line from the base of the board at the center and bring the line straight up the side of the board. And do this on all of the sides of the board, all 4 sides. This will be your guide for your corner brackets later on. Now, attach the corner brackets to the 2x2 using your drill and blackwood screws. I used blackwood screws because I like them and I'm just used to using them in the wood shop, so that was really my reasoning. After you have attached all the brackets, place the 2x2 in the center of the 2x4 you marked and attach both pieces together using more blackwood screws. Now, you will notice in these photos I did not add all the corner brackets to each side before attaching it to the 2x4. In retrospect, I would have placed all the brackets first. I also would have attached all of the 2x4 pieces together before adding the tall 2x2 board. However, it still worked out, so I'm good. Once you have attached your 2x2 to the 2x4, take the other 2x4 piece that you had cut into 2 and place one on each side of the longest 2x4 in the center. This will form a cross. Now, I know some of you may be asking, why didn't I just take 2 2x4s, create a notch, and attach them together to create a cross-based leg? The reason why I did not do that is because this video was specifically made for individuals who either don't know how to use a saw or don't want to use a saw. So these corner brackets are an easier way to create the same results. Once I set the 10-inch 2x4 in place, I just marked the location of them on the longest piece with a Sharpie, just as a reminder as to where it's been placed. You then just attach all the 2x4 pieces together with the rest of your corner brackets, and when done, it should look like this. This is how the base looks standing up on its own. For the attached road sign arrows, I used 2 pieces of 2 feet by 6 inch quarter ply, and attached them at the height I wanted them with black screws. Now, please note, once again, I am used to cutting wood, so I was able to draw out my arrows and cut them using a stationary bandsaw. However, if you are not trying to cut wood, you can easily once again get some foam core, glue pieces together for thickness, then just draw and cut your arrows with a utility knife instead of using screws. I would use Velcro as an alternative if you choose to go the foam core route. I chose to place a screw in the middle of the board so I could have the option of positioning the arrows how I wanted them to be based on whatever photo I was creating. So I can have them straight if I want to, or I can have them crooked. I painted them, but once again in retrospect, I would have just left them unpainted, as the sign is a photography prop and I will be changing the color in post anyway based on the photos I'm creating. However, you can still paint it and add words with some cheap acrylic paint you can get at a craft store like Michael's or somewhere like that. Now that you have the arrow signs attached, you can start working on hiding the corner brackets on the base, which I did using the fake greenery. I simply cut the flower parts off the fake stems and wrapped the stems around the 2x2 in a way that was pleasing to my eye. Then I strategically used a glue gun to keep the leaves in place and hide the metal corner brackets on the bottom. I originally was going to just add the flowers as is, but then the road sign started looking like I just had buried my favorite pet, so I quickly changed that idea. In the end, the leaves, add sort of a realistic touch to the fake sign, which is always cool. This is how the completed fake road sign should look after you are finished. Now, I have been wanting to make one of these forever, and I finally had the time to do it, and I am pretty happy with the result. This simple technique can also be used to create a railroad sign for some sort of train theme, or even for a home decor lighting project if you want to make a cool light and need an inexpensive base. And that base can easily be painted over the metal and things of that nature with some primer and paint. Overall, the wood cost about $8 for an 8-foot tall piece of 2x2, which you can have cut down to size. The wood for the sign was about $5. The corner brackets were about $3 each pack, and each pack contained 4 brackets, and I used 2 packs. The screws were about $3. The fake flowers were 2 for 99 cents, and I bought 6 of them. The paint is about $3 to $4, and if you choose foam core, you will probably spend about $5 to $6. I chose not to paint the post or the base because I wanted it to look more natural for the type of pinup shoot I had in mind. I also changed the coloring and added the words to the sign in Photoshop during post. And here is a photo of the fake road sign in action during a recent pinup shoot at Playhouse Pin-Up Photography. Well, there you go. How to make a fake vintage road sign for under $30 and without cutting any wood. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button below, as I will be adding much more to this page, including DIY tutorials on photography props, sets, and home decor, as well as business and beauty tips and behind-the-scenes footage from my studio. If you are a woman interested in being transformed at Playhouse Pin-Up Photography Studio, please go to www.playhousepinup.com or click the link in the description box below. When contacting the studio, please respond with the code PlayhouseYouTube in your email or telephone call and receive 2 free 8x12 prints with your first booking. Thank you everyone for your time, and this has been your 10-minute prop tip. I'm Pri the Honeydark, and I will see you at the studio. Bye-bye.